It's the Cox3.com post-game show. Aliso Niguel 57, El Toro 50 winners in this South Coast League matchup on the Cox3 Sports Game of the Week. Thanks so much for joining us, Mark Heller and the coach Bill Kennedy. Well, the thing that impressed me so much about the Wolverines was their defense. Oh my goodness, just clamps down. Offensively, very patient in the half-court set. They never felt rushed, and just a typical Wolverine night. 9 separate players got into the scoring column.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing. When you have a lot of kids that get a chance to play, practices are better, and Coach said all of these kids get along so well. That's quite obvious when you see them play. But I was really impressed with the energy of the defense, and then as you and I talked about, the patience on offense to make the extra pass and get a good open look.
Let's take a look at the highlights from this contest. Oh, first we got the overall stats, Both teams shot pretty close from the field, 45 to 43%. El Toro with a slight advantage from three-point range, +2 for the Wolverines from the free throw line. Turnovers, a total of 34. I really didn't think Aliso Niguel had that many. And offensive rebounds, +1 for El Toro. James Covarrubias, our stat man, putting together all the stats of this game. Let's take a look at highlights. First of all, Faizan, how about that arcing floater three?
Backspinning arch, that takes a while to get there.
Then Molnar taking it to the rack, showing his inside game. And then the outside shooting of Lumanlin. He led the team with 11 points. Sable, his nice little floater, found nothing but the bottom of the net. Garcia took it to the basket twice and converted both times. Faizan, the interception, but then Faizan's play on the defense with the beautiful block.
Great athletic ability, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to get a layup off against that guy. He's got
Quigley
great
with the bucket, and then Ryu with the reigning 3. He led the way with 11 before fouling out late in the game. Trey Jordan, one of his 2 field goals on the night, he had 5. And then the missed shot by Kyle Molnar going Windex, cleaning things up. And Lumanlin says, hey, you're going to leave me open? I'll take the elbow jumper. A little more Kyle Molnar on the offensive glass where he made a living tonight. And then the Wolverines down low with a pretty pass and feed by D'Incenzo for the layup. Faizan, he was one of the few offensive firepowers for El Toro. He had a game-high 16. And then Brennan with the layup to finish it, and the punctuation of the 57-50 victory. Faizan, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Cargozar had 12, 5 and 1. For the winning Wolverines, Lumanlin had 11, 2 assists, 2 steals. Brennan, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And joining us here on the Cox3.com post-game show is the winning coach, Keith Barnett. And Coach, very rare that you get the opportunity to knock off El Toro twice in the season, but you guys pulled the trick off this year.
Well, extremely rare. It's never been done. They're a fantastic program, and they've taken it to us the last few years. And Coach Dixon's a great coach, but we definitely are happy to get them over here.
Well, with the victory tonight, you've got a showdown with San Clemente with first place on the line. Talk about that game coming up next week.
We're excited about it. You put yourself in a position to have a meaningful game, and they're a very, very good team. They got us by 6 over here, and obviously they got Sam Darnold and a lot of very good talented players down there. So it's going to be a high energy, a very physical matchup, but we're excited.
What was the key defensively to slowing down El Toro and particularly Trey Jordan?
Well, he's a fantastic player, and they have a lot of very good shooters. I thought we didn't defend as well as we typically do in the first half. We had some breakdowns defensively in our man, but I thought in the second half we came out with a different focus and communicated a little bit better and had some better rotations, and were able to sort of plug up some of those easy layups.
I got a kick out of you and I were talking about Kyle Molnar and kind of the body type he's gone from as a freshman and a sophomore and maybe a perimeter player to now being a post guy.
Well, yeah, it's funny. He's a very good shooter, but he knows what he can do. And if his shot's not falling or if he's not getting looks, and I thought El Toro did a nice job trying to take him out, of the game because he had a really nice game last time over there. So he'll do whatever he can. He goes to the basket, he uses his body, he can finish with both hands. So he really is a very unselfish player.
That's kind of the theme I've seen in your team this year. Is you told me they get along really well, but they're very unselfish. They'll make the extra pass. Nobody has to be the scorer. spread it around, as you said, 11 guys scoring one team. That's impressive.
Well, it's fun to coach kids that are unselfish. You know, you have everyone wants to score and everyone wants to be the guy, but we have a lot of kids that are very good basketball players that like playing together and that are good friends off the court.
Well, here's a question I want to ask you. How do you get the players to buy into defense is going to win you a lot of games, because it's really about effort and intensity, and obviously your players have bought into it?
Well, they have, and you know, we have a lot of good offensive players, but we don't have spectacular offensive players, and they realize that, and they're smart kids. I mean, there's high academics, and we told them from day one, if we don't defend, you know, we're going to be in trouble, you know, against the better teams, and so they bought into that and made that a priority for us. And when we make shots, it puts us in an opportunity to get wins. But you can always hang your hat on your defense, and we've done that for the most part.
Coach Barnett, you're the father of 6. You said 5 of your kids were on hand here tonight watching this game. Being on the .com post-game show, who'd you like to say hello to tonight?
Well, my wife, Laura, who's not here, she's at home doing some work with my older daughter, Isabel. But, you know, I have a great family. I have 6 kids and a fantastic wife, and you know, I couldn't be doing it without her support.
Well, Coach, with the 57-50 victory, you're now 18-6 on the year, 4-1 in league. You got that showdown coming up with the Tritons next week. That game is going to be on the road at San Clemente. That's a tough place to play.
It is a tough place to play. You know, I like our team on the road. In fact, we had not played very well at home over the last 3 or 4 times. So, you know, I like sort of going into gyms and just, you know, your guys are together, and we enjoy that challenge. But it's going to be a tough challenge. They're a very good team, and we'll have to play extremely well to get them over there.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the 57-50 victory. First place will be on the line next week for the Aliso Niguel Wolverines. Well, that's going to wrap things up from Aliso Niguel High School in Aliso Viejo, California. For Coach Keith Barnett, my broadcast partner Bill Kennedy, I'm Mark Keller saying so long and good night.